Hello, folks. My name is Detroit Miracle, and I am here to talk about the Tupac Shakur case where Keefe D was arrested a couple of days ago. Now, many inquiring minds will wonder why it took 26 or 27 years to make that arrest when this Keefe D guy has been around talking for many years, and many of us have seen him going on different platforms and telling the account of what happened that night on September 7th, 1996, involving the shooting. He even confessed to getting the gun and passing the gun around, which was the murder weapon before it was used. So what do they mean by waiting until Keefe D got old and elderly in order to arrest him? Because Keefe D is now in his 60s. So he had 26, 27 years of freedom to live a good life, a comfortable life, and capitalize off of the Tupac death. So I'm wondering why the family of Tupac won't seek legal action against lawful authorities that waited that long. If they had all that evidence for 27 years and waited that long, then Tupac's family should have a case and a serious lawsuit. Yeah, because obviously it would be a case of gross negligence to let Keefe D go around bragging and confessing to the murder of Tupac and telling the complete story about how it happened in precise detail, but was never charged earlier for that crime. And yeah, the internet is buzzing worldwide. This story seems to be the talk of the town at the moment. And like I said, it's all Hollywood stuff. It's smoke and mirrors. It's sensational topics. Everybody is talking about it. It's the thing. And then I'm also thinking that maybe it's being used as a diversionary to captivate people's attention away from the problems in their lives. It's an election coming up, folks. So when that is the case, there's always diversionary tactics being used to misdirect people's focus. And why shouldn't the Tupac murder case be where a diversionary tactic is being implemented to throw people's attention off to the true matters at hand, which is of the other seriousness of their lives? Look, people, I'm just as much a big fan of Tupac Shakur's as the next guy and girl. But Tupac Shakur has been deceased for 26 or 27 years. I don't know exactly 26 or 27, but I think it's around that time or in between. Because 1996 and it's 2023. Yeah, he's been dead about 27 years. So he's gone, but not forgotten. And many of us have to live our lives. We have to make the best of our circumstances and try to better ourselves and our communities. So this arrest now, it's supposed to be some type of closure, but they had to wait all of these years to do that instead of doing it more than 20 years ago. That part has me. And then, like I said, it's movie stuff, it's TV stuff. So somebody is intending on making a lot of money off of this whole murder case dilemma concerning Tupac Shakur. Now look, Keefe D, if he didn't pull the trigger, he has something to do with it. And I realize that he may not have shot Tupac, but he was the boss in charge, so he could have talked them out of it. He could have said, look, we're going to set up something else where you can settle your difficult, or we could settle this difference by getting Orlando and Tupac in the ring or something. It was another way he could have handled it, but he got a gun, and then he passed the gun around. So he was intending for Tupac to be murdered. He is a part of it. He's a murderer. He's an accessory. Because he could have said, no, youngsters, we're going to handle this another way. I'll deal with this Tupac thing. I'm going to contact Suge. We're going to sit this out, talk about it, and work something out where these two can lock up and go fisticuffs. Because Keefe D and Suge Knight were close at the time. So Keefe D should have said, like, Suge, look, Pac went and jumped on Orlando and hit Orlando, and he got stumped out, so he can't go back to the hood like that, especially when everybody is going to know that Tupac jumped on him and hit him and beat him up, because Orlando has a reputation. So we have to handle this situation. We have to get them in a ring or get them in an alley and let them fight it out like as men. I know that would have been a more civilized way to handle it, but nevertheless still barbaric, no doubt. Yeah. Well, it didn't turn out that way, and as a result of the decisions that was made, Tupac was shot and killed September 11, 1996, and his legend has continued to grow ever since. Yeah. His legend resulting from his infamy and fame and untimely demise. Well, I had to get my 2 cents in on it, this whole unfortunate situation. So I'd appreciate it if you all would share this message, like this message, comment on this message, and please subscribe to my channel, Detroit Miracle.